Hi everyone, and welcome to another Better Mankind video. The topic that I'll be discussing today is, in my opinion, as revolutionary as the internet was in 1992. Now, if you're someone that isn't aware of Bitcoin or the many other cryptocurrencies in existence today, I seriously suggest that upon watching this video, you get onto Google or YouTube and start educating yourself on this amazing new technology. So what is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? We all know that gold has always been valuable because it's precious and limited in quantity. There is only so much gold in existence, and even though we can mine more of it, as time goes by, it becomes increasingly more and more difficult to find. Bitcoin and other digital currencies are similar to gold in the same way that they're desirable and also limited in quantity. The main reason people love Bitcoin is because it eliminates the need for a middleman in order to facilitate a transaction, such as PayPal or banks, for example. All cryptocurrencies are limited in quantity because there's usually a cap on how many can be mined. Now, for instance, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins produced. For another currency like Litecoin, there will only be 84 million produced. Now, cryptography is used to secure the transactions and create new coins which are given to people who are called miners for solving complicated math problems. So simply put, the miners invest in processing power and electricity to earn coins, and just like mining for gold, it gets harder and harder as time goes by. So why am I sharing this information with you? Well, for one, I personally believe that Bitcoin and many other altcoins will one day take over, or in the least be as popular as the money we use today. Whether this is the US dollar, the euro, the yen, the Australian dollar, they will all in future take a back seat to this new revolutionary way for paying for goods and services. Now, just like any new technology that comes our way, it might seem strange at first, but in time, all new things eventually become a part of our everyday lives. Who would have thought that when the internet first came online in 1991, it would one day connect the world and allow us to shop online, search for information with a click of a mouse, keep in touch with friends and family, and in some cases even find your soulmate? Or who would have predicted that when Motorola invented the first handheld mobile phone in 1973, that almost every single person on the planet would one day carry one in their pocket and be able to access the world's information simply by tapping on a screen. Now, just like with the invention of the internet and mobile phones, Bitcoin had its own humble beginnings. When Bitcoin was implemented and the source code released in 2009, it had zero value and only a handful of early adopters. However, in the spring of 2010, a Florida man named Laszlo offered 10,000 Bitcoin to anyone that would buy him a pizza. A man in London, on the other side of the world, accepted and placed a long-distance phone call to Papa John's and ordered Laszlo 2 pizzas. Now, this was the very first transaction, and many soon followed, giving Bitcoin a value of only 8 cents in 2010. At the creation of this video, Bitcoin was worth $4,585 US, which means had you purchased 1,000 Bitcoin in 2010 at a cost of $80, they would be worth over $4.5 million today. So now that Bitcoin is nearing $5,000, you're probably asking, is it too late to invest in this technology and jump on the bandwagon? My answer to that is absolutely not. I personally purchased Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies at a much earlier stage, but you need to understand that this technology is still in its infancy and a long way from mass adoption. People are fed up with the current monetary system and are always looking for a better solution on how to safeguard their money and invest in currency that can't be manipulated by government, banks and the powers to be. Now, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are, in my opinion, that solution, and 5 years from now, you will remember this video and reflect on the choices you made upon watching it. The next economic collapse is poised to be one of the most catastrophic in human history, and once this happens, people will no longer trust their banks or government and will look to put their money elsewhere. Now, this will either be in gold, silver or cryptocurrency. The main difference, however, is that you can actually purchase goods and services with Bitcoin, but it's far more difficult to walk around with a brick of gold in your wallet and try to spend it. Recently, Japan accepted Bitcoin as a legitimate currency and a legal form of payment. And as a matter of fact, in 2017, over 260,000 stores in Japan now accept Bitcoin as a payment for goods and services. Many other countries are also realizing that Bitcoin is here to stay and cannot be stopped, So they're all jumping on board and heavily investing in the blockchain technology. Now, before I give you my final opinion, here's a little disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and the following predictions are nothing more than speculation based on my own research and biased opinion. I also recommend that you only ever invest what you can afford to lose. Now, with that out of the way, here's what I think will happen and what I suggest you do about it. I predict that in 5 years from now, Bitcoin could be worth anywhere between $100,000 all the way up to $1 million. Now, this might seem unrealistic to some, but many people also said that Bitcoin will never surpass gold in value. Yet here we are in 2017 with Bitcoin almost 5 times the price of gold. If you choose to buy Bitcoin, I suggest that you hold on to it for at least 5 years. I also suggest buying some Bitcoin just primarily to purchase goods and services from merchants that accept it. You can apply for a Bitcoin debit card like BitPay, Zappo, Uquid, which even allows you to spend a number of other cryptocurrencies. Now, besides Bitcoin, I also suggest that you invest in other altcoins such as Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, and many others that are rapidly rising but currently more affordable. Now, if this is all too daunting for you and you don't know where to start, I recommend that you do a search on YouTube where you will find a sea of information and tutorials on this subject. Another good avenue is to maybe join a group on a website like meetup.com or even Facebook. Don't miss this incredible opportunity and be forced to one day explain to your grandchildren how you could have purchased Bitcoin when it was only $5,000, or how you remember when Ethereum was only $300 but you never did anything about it. Now, this will be the future of currency, and the only question is, will you share in its success? If you like this video and you enjoy my content, please give me the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care, and as always, be good to each other.